Misereor Dialogue and Partnership Service Nigeria has organized a two-day workshop on improving human rights promotion in Nigeria. The workshop, which was held in Abuja, provided an opportunity for human rights activists, partners and civil society advocates to rub minds on the state of human rights in Nigeria. The ceremony was an avenue for Misereor Nigeria to launch a book on improving human rights promotion in the country. CTV's Tony Abba completes the report.
It was a gathering of civil society groups, partners, and human rights activists from across the country. They are here at this 2 days workshop organized by Misereor Dialogue Partners and Service Nigeria to deliberate on issues of human rights and how to improve the state of human rights in Nigeria.
For everybody who is interested in this matter. And finally, we are finalized this reader and can launch it today. I'm very happy that you're part of this moment.
Our gathering to publicly release this practical document on human rights is itself an effort in promoting a moral revolution that seeks to protect, elaborate, and make known the dignity of the human person. For me, as a Catholic priest, the pursuance and promotion of human rights stems from, as the famous Italian Father Gino Concetti wrote in 1977, the image which, at creation, God impressed on human nature itself. No force, no violence, no passion can erase or destroy it.
Various stakeholders took turns to comment on the state of human rights in Nigeria and how the workshop will help to improve human rights activities in the country.
Misereor Dps took the human rights reader and will go out into the world. Because let me say, our God is a God who set us free from oppression, from injustice, who takes us by our hands to improve this world, may I say. The Bible does not explicitly outline a modern concept of human rights as we understand it today. However, many principles and teachings within the Bible are often seated as foundation to biblical approach to human rights.
Your organization and partners have sustained the temple through various contributions such as this voluntary publication. This publication plausibly demonstrates Misereor and her partners' organization's zest and dedication towards enhancing human rights promotion in Nigeria.
In our own constitution, sections 33 to 45 of the constitution talks of freedom of religion or conscience, freedom of association, assembly, all types of freedom. However, there are some contradictions. For example, section 10 of the Constitution says there shall be no state religion. Section 38 says everybody, that's freedom of conscience, freedom of religion, or freedom of thought. But go to section 260, subsection 1, and 275, subsection 1, a particular religion was provided for in terms of the judicature.
Important to strengthen partnerships with CSOs and the judiciary, partnerships with the Human Rights Commission, partnership with law enforcement. How do we partner with law enforcement? Sometimes it gets exacerbated partnering with law enforcement because 1 minute they say, yeah, I got you, especially as a lawyer, I'm so loyal, barrister, yes, we are helping you, don't worry, barrister, we got this covered. The next minute you go behind your back, they are doing something else. And you're like, wait, this is not what we agreed on. But how do we strengthen partnerships with law enforcement? It's something we need to think about. And it goes beyond training and capacity building. I think that it's much more than that. It is, and I like what he said about giving these things a human face.
The workshop was an opportunity for Misereor Dps to launch the second edition of the book, Improving Human Rights Promotion in Nigeria, a reader for practitioners.
The reader seeks to contribute to human rights promotion, defense, and protection among the grassroots, given the spate of human rights violation against the voiceless in Nigeria. It is also designed for those who seek justice for the violated through the provision of accessible mechanisms for redress, especially at the grassroots level. Part 1 is about introductory background. Part 2 has to do with human rights context in Nigeria, given examples and instances. Part 3 presents us with insights into human rights violations in Nigeria. Part 4 is in response to Part 3 dwelling on strategies for addressing human rights violations.
The book was unveiled by the Secretary General of Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, CSN, Reverend Father Zachariah Sanjomi.
And of the Holy Spirit.
The keynote speaker and the Executive Secretary of National Human Rights Commission, Chief Anthony Ojukwu, in his remarks commended Misereor Dps and the Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria for their role in promoting human rights activities in Nigeria.
I'll start by commending the efforts of Misereor Dps in Nigeria for publishing this practical guide for persons and groups engaged in human rights advocacy and activism in Nigeria. I would also like to sincerely applaud the efforts of the German Catholic Bishops' Conference Organization and the Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria for their efforts in reaching millions of Nigerians in the areas of health, education, agriculture, environment, water, good governance, human rights, justice, and peace building. Today, we're examining the Human Rights Practitioners Reader that Misereor Nigeria has published for the promotion and protection of human rights.
There were question and answer section.
Working together with civil society organizations since over 60 years in Nigeria, and we are supporting them in fighting of human rights. And one result is the publication. One is Volume 1, promoting human rights in Nigeria, and the Volume 2, what we are launching now. And it's all about facts of what's happening in Nigeria, what are the violations, and how can we address that? How can an organization, an individual can address these facts? And we want to support our partners in advising people if it's like a violence at home and so on, that they have the strength of answering to see, okay, to which office do they have to bring them? How can they really address this violation in Nigeria and to make it better, to improve the development of human rights in Nigeria? Our office is just there to take the matters from our partners and bring them together, and like now we are publishing a reader on human rights issues.
In Abuja, Tony Abba, CTV News.